Yeah, let's go. Punk rock and Cobain is how we grew up. K-rock was insane, I was such a screw up. The 90s held such better times. Weezer, Blink, Rage Against, and of course Sublime. Had a crush in school, oh man she was so fine. I had a couple dudes, we kick it every night. We drink a couple brews and get into a fight. If I could go back to that, man, I'd be alright. Yeah, I take it all back for you. I've been beating up black and blue. Yeah, I know what I have to do. Never roll back, that's the truth. Yeah, take it all back for you. I've been beating up black and blue. Yeah, I know what I have to do. Never roll back, that's the truth. Yeah, I know what I have to do. Never roll back, that's the truth. Yeah, I know what I have to do. Never roll back, yeah, the good times, man, they never last. So recognize when you're in them and not the past. Screw school and class, just get a pass. C's get degrees, you got a life to have. Roll up to the party in a Hummer limo. Girls sipping on Bacardi, turn them into nymphos. Already getting started, freshmen in limbo. Snapchat a little hottie and play out your demo. We're the type of kids who wanna stay young forever. We don't do what we don't want, we do it all for pleasure. Liquor over lectures, bigger over lesser. Never gonna say never, we go out whenever. Drinking way too much, pass out again. Wake up the next day with a few more friends. I'll do it all again, I hope this never ends. Cause memories are the keys to a time well spent. Yeah, take it all back for you. I've been beating up black and blue. Yeah, I know what I have to do. Never roll back, that's the truth. Yeah, take it all back for you. I've been beating up black and blue. Yeah, I know what I have to do. Never roll back, that's the truth.
Oh yeah, race fans, LTB's at it again. Welcome to our online broadcasting channel. We doing a bunch of racing around here, folks. Always getting this racing done. NASCAR style. We got NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. Gonna be putting it down on the big track tonight, folks. We on a super speedway, Talladega. Oh yeah. If you don't know Talladega, folks, you in the wrong channel. All right, but stick in it. All right, if you are, all right, just in case, because Talladega is the mecca of all super speedways here. We're gonna see some extremely fast speeds, big crowd of drivers tonight. These guys are running on a different style of a format when it comes to the racing in general. So it's not the custom, it's going to be more of the fixed, and we're going to go over that a little bit. So it's just a slider program here. So it's going to, I think, you're going to bunch these cars up, and you're not going to see some of these custom things where you can see groups walk away. I think it's really going to be for some tight competition tonight in the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. And again, folks, I've NOSSCAR's announcer tonight here, Chris Paul Hamas, a.k.a. Tron, and we got LTB, Left Turn Broadcasting. And we are live, Pismo Beach, California. We're going to be getting it done today. Let's go and bring up a little something from the track maps here and see if we can get a little insight on tonight's race here. So, Talladega typicals right here. We got Marley, I believe, in the booth right now. Let me see if we get bad fast Marley, my man here. Marley!
What's up, brother? I got a copy.
Yeah, there he is. All right. He was finishing up qualifying, so I don't want to bother him too much because he's going to be in this thing tonight. He better be in this thing tonight. But we got the track map up there here, Marley. And give me a quick run around this thing, man. We're looking at it right now, just a little digital thing. And, we got the tri-oval. We have the grandstands.
This track is in Lincoln, Alabama. It started out in 1969. So it's a really old track. And this is actually the longest oval track in NASCAR. It's had 2.66 miles. A lot of people, in comparison, I would say kind of like Daytona. Daytona is actually only 2.5 miles. So this is that much bigger. It's 48 feet wide there, Tron. 48 feet.
Hey!
That's why you get that 4 and 5 wide race in here that you love, that all of our fans love.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a given right there, bro.
Oh yeah, we got some really steep bankings on this track too, which allows that high speed. I mean, at the end of these straightaways, these cars in the draft are reaching, I mean, upwards of 220 miles an hour. I mean, on NASCAR heat at least. So I mean, you're flying around this track. It makes all of these, you know, your moves that you make on the track so subtle. Where if you make, you know, too big of a move, you end up causing the big one. So it's I mean, these high speeds, it's crazy. You got 33-degree bankings in turns 1 and 2. Turn 3 is 32.4 degrees, and turn 4 is 32.5 degrees. I mean,
steep,
and even the straightaways are at 3 degrees. So I mean, this whole track is banked, and it allows that high speed to just keep on rolling around.
Man, I don't know if you seen my my intro for last week's race on Sunday, but I made a little ramp of around a 27-degree banking, and I came flying into this thing, dude. I was not expecting that. So a 33-degree banking on this track, it really demonstrates how these cars are going to pull these G's through these turns and create some of these high speeds at, of course, close combat. And let's look at that. Yeah, go ahead.
One more thing there, Tron. In 1987, Bill Elliott set the record, 44.9 second lap. I think these guys are going to be pushing that tonight, so it's something to watch.
Oh, no, that is definitely something to watch there on that one. What is going to be that fastest lap time, and hopefully we can tune into that at the end of it and get a good insight. But let's go over that race info. All right, we got the race info for tonight. We got the 50%. Thanks, Ryan, man. That was an awesome description of Talladega's race tonight, man. That's a really good deal there. We got the 50% race, of course, presets. Fuel and tire wear, it's at 2-time tire wear. So look for these strategies, to play out if they do. Again, this is Talladega. You might see those as you see here. The stages are on. That's one. We have all the flags are on, which is all the cautions, everything else, all thrown by computer. So we're going to see how clean these guys can keep it, and if it's going to go caution, how many, and where they're going to go from their strategies from there. Damage is on, so let's try not to scratch these things as well. We got the entry list coming up right here. Give a quick gander of who is in tonight's race here. A little something for your screens. You guys want to pause that? Go back over that a little bit later, but we are about ready to get into the driver lineup for this evening. On qualifying is done, so let's go ahead and bring up Timac, CEO of NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. Timac, you got a copy?
I do. Thanks very much for having me.
Oh, dude, pleasure is all ours, buddy, and we got it up right now for your for the tonight's qualifying list. Shoot, my man.
Excellent. Thanks very much. I'll take the floor for just a moment, and then you can have it back. Armstrong is on the pole. Armstrong moves up in the number 10 Ford Mustang. Had a great qualifying run there. He'll start up front with the defending Cup champ Flash 9 in the 47 car. And it's Donnie Duha Jr. in the number 3 car. He drove the 77 last week. He's in the 3 now. He'll be starting in 3rd with Mucka FRR in the 2 alongside him. He's starting 4th. Juicy J in the number 18 Toyota. He'll be starting in 5th. And we have a newcomer, Gotham. It will be driving the number 96 Toyota. He'll be starting in 6th, making his Cup debut. A.K.A. Rubbernecker, one of the 2 Canadians in tonight's race. He'll start in 7th, and he'll have FRR Bad Fast Marley alongside him. 2 Fords starting in row 4. Row 5, starting in 9th, we have PC Panthers looking for that first Cup win. And Do King 09, former Brickyard 200 winner in the Motormaster Series in the Xfinity cars. He'll start in 10th. Snow Wolf Sniper, a long-time NOSSCAR driver, and he's only made a couple of starts in the Cup Series, making another here. He'll start in 11th. And Bowman Nation in that 88 car will roll off from the 12th position. KB Showtime switching rides recently to take the 37 Chevy. He'll start 13th, and I'll start alongside him in the 24 car in 14th. NASCAR King 602 driving the 9 car, has Cup wins in his career. He'll start in 15th. And Bubba Hollywood driving the 43 car, I believe it is. Yes, sir. He'll be starting from the 16th position. And D. Franklin 21, new PSN, so I'm still learning that one. He'll start in 17th in the 38 car. Ayrton James in the 48 car. He'll start in 18th. Last year's NOSSCAR Jeff Gordon Award winner. And starting 19th, Ryan Schreck in that number 19 car. Shadow will start in 20th in the number 17 Ford. And the final row here, Twitch Whiskers will be driving the 53 car rather. And Dave Rule 318 rounds out the field. He'll be driving that number 41 Ford. We have 22 drivers ready for a 94-lap race here at Talladega Super Speedway, and it is the second Super Speedway race of the 2021 season here on Heat 5.
Oh, man, and super stoked to get this one underway. Now, what is our stage lengths when it comes to our lap-wise and our fuel, when the variations on where we'll be seeing that green flag stop in that 1 and 2? Or could those possibly be green?
I think that if the entire stage 1 and stage 2 stays green the entire way, we're still having to make one pit stop, but I think it's only going to be for a splash and go, maybe right sides if they're looking a little bit worn. But yeah, I believe that the stage lengths are about 26 and 24 laps for today's race, and that'll leave about a 50 to 54 lap final stage. Keep in mind, I checked these numbers hours ago, and I can't quite remember the exact numbers, but that's roughly what we're looking at.
All right, so we'll be looking for a possible green flag stops if these things do go green, and see who's going to work with who. Man, I'm excited, buddy. Go ahead and let's drop the hammer to this guy, fire these engines up, and get her underway.
Sounds great. With pleasure. Thank you to Left Turn Broadcasting.
Oh, the pleasure is ours, bud. It's always great to have NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series on board with LTB, and man, they always put on one heck of a show. We're gonna see one tonight.
Hey, Tron.
Yep.
Hey, Tron just exit the lobby, sir.
What's up, buddy?
You want to just exit the lobby?
Oh, sorry. There we go. We're good. Sorry, we're gonna line up. We're beautiful. Thank you. And I'm set up here. We're ready to rock, guys. All right, folks, just in case you're tuned in, this Left Turn Broadcasting, bringing it to you live, Pismo Beach, California style, and we got NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series getting her done at the big show tonight. All right, Talladega Super Speedway. And let's bring us on over here. All right.
I'll be your in-race reporter today there, Tron.
All right. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Yes, we have Bad Fast Marley. He's going to be joining us in the booth, giving us a quick skinnies on this thing, at least as quick as he can get it to us, because we're going to be moving it. And you said the screen did flip there, bud?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're getting
Hopefully,
it right now.
hopefully you'll be able to sit on my car and use the look-back camera and see the whole field.
Oh, I like this. All right. Confidence, buddy. That's what it's all about. All right, folks, we're jumping into this thing just a few more seconds. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Should be lots of fun. It's Talladega, all right? I get all riled up about these things. All right, let's drop us on over and get into it. All right, folks. We got it. NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. Coming in hot at Talladega. 50% race, so we're going to see some strategies tonight. Hopefully, we'll see, different styles of grouping. We're going to see who's going to play with who nicely, of course, as we're up in green. Here we go, first lap. Down the backstretch right now, and we are going to give us one moment here, folks, because we're going to crank this thing up. Let's do this. So we get these guys spooled up and lined up. Hold on to it. folks. We are green. We're hot and green right here. Little cranker up for our first lap. Looks like everything's getting, whoa, just as I say that, a little bit of bobbling right there coming into it. We have Flash 9 leading this thing. Mucka, CEO Front Row Racing in that number 2 Penske Forward. He's in that second position. These guys are starting to gap a little bit in the beginning here. And this is not what I don't think they're going to want to see, because 3 cars versus the rest of this field, they're going to get ran down, which could create, whoa, a lot more. These guys are 6 and 7 wide back there with some contact. Look like, oh, possible. Marley is just donuts, all kinds, spinning, big wreckings. Big contact. That was right there, first couple laps. And we are still up and green right now. Amazing me. After all that contact, it looked actually a little more of possible, spike of some sort program.
I did more cartwheels than you would even imagine, but the cocks didn't come out.
There you go, buddy. Okay, Marley's still alive. He's still with us. Woo, that is good for us, dude. Seriously, we got the camera on you right now.
I flipped about 25 times there, Trump.
We got you donuts. We got you like flipping and stuff, man. But wow, I don't know what happened out there. Maybe you can give us a quick description of what.
We had a major game malfunction.
Copy all of that, and that's normally what'll happen here, folks. If we see something like that occur, especially in the beginning, it's just a product of some of these game techniques and lobbies and whatnot. We're sitting on board with TC Panther in that 13 car. He's in the 4th position right now. Lead group lined up, trying to stay fast right now, as it looks as if the secondary pack has formed up and now charging forward. They have twice the number of cars. If they can just keep it spooled up and dialed up, they'll catch this field. Especially now, we're looking for an outside run by, I believe, that is the 19. That is the 19. Didn't quite work, didn't hold, but now that secondary pack has got up with an awesome run. Here we come on the outside. We got the 3 car getting your duh Junior in that 3 machine, and now he's going to try to put us down a little something fast out the top. Ooh, but look at this, the 47 of Flash 9 jumps out there to block. Now we're going to go side by side. Muck is taking over the bottom line. That's the 96 of that new guy that's not on my list, but we'll get to him eventually, because these guys are screaming right now as the party has grown. We got about 12 cars up here. Outside line had a good amount of steam, but looked like it's starting to falter and fall short, losing the numbers as he falls to the bottom. Got the 17 drifting back there. Shadow's making his way up toward the front as well with the 9 car of NASCAR King. All right, here they come charging toward the front. They're part of that big line. Now here we go, outside running. Yep, side-by-side action. Here comes the 96, trying to make his debut. Getting to the pole, getting to the lead. How about that? Let's get to him. Gotham. All right, it's the Dark Knight now in his orange machine, that 96. Trying to do justice for Gotham right now as he's leading this race. Found the bottom, going to paint that line, and hopefully he can screen this thing around the track. Mucka lined up on his bumper right now with a good slew of fast cars. Ooh! 2 car wide and out the way, or 12 car wide and out the way. Smart move by him. Letting these boys get their race on. Look at the 17 as the 17's now jumping to the outside. Possible run. Shadow's leading that charge. Shadow now on the outside with the, I believe that's the 20. I can't spot out the number quite yet, but we got Flash 9 back there. Can see that car for a minute. And that looks like the 3 car also making a good charge on the outside, trying to get up that momentum and speed. But they're going to need, I think, a few more cars to get her done. Yeah, definitely bring that line down close, start side drafting and slowing these cars down. The problem is that with that, taking that air off these guys on the bottom will bring them up into you, and that slows down that outside line. Creates a really very hard challenge to get an outside line running and moving. 96 now of Gotham. Still hammer down, leading this race, painting this line in his Batmobile. Man, that's a pretty shiny Batmobile. I thought you want to be a little more discreet, but man, that's a beautiful car there in the 96. What a great run for him thus far. As he finds his way to the front and now is able to hold it. Got the 17 to shadow peeking outside. Not going to have any help, so I don't see him going anywhere too fast unless he's got some kind of turbo boost in that thing. So he ducks back in line, finds the hole, and now we're back to single file. But look for the run. This case, tune in, folks. Left Turn Broadcasting, bringing it to you live. NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series at Talladega. Had a little bit of a lag spike is what they call that in the beginning of this race, so separated the field. So we have basically half the field up here toward the front, and the other half is collecting toward the back at the moment. We're grabbing a gander and a look at the at the front runners right now. As the outside line is up and moving. Look at this though, 96, Smart jumping up there trying to do a little bit of block, maybe, but now it's only 2 cars to the outside. They're gonna need a lot more help if they're trying to get around the 96. 96 trying to run him, oh, contact right there, 3. Car goes flying into the wall. We're talking some pinball action right there. 3 car gathers it up, keeps it pointed in the right direction, and continues forward. 19 laps remaining in stage 1. Still green thus far, folks. So we may be having ourselves around that green flag pit stoppers, which could upset some people's strategies. And these guys are all on the slider setup, so we're virtually on the same whatever they initially have chosen in the beginning, and then they're going to make their adjustments during their first stops. For caution. Right now it's going green, so they're all dealing with what they got right now. And so far with the top 8, they've got something. They got something pretty good. So far we got Gotham still leading this thing. Lucca in that second position. 48. Ayrton James is in that third position. Fourth position, aka Rubber Necker. 7, and then the fifth position. I believe that's 9 car of NASCAR King. It is. Looks like that 6th position is going to belong to the 17 of Shadow. Following up the rear of this pack right here is who's in the green machine today. Get him spotted here in just a moment. So it's going to almost round out basically your top 10. We're going to see this thing bunch back up come next stage, of course, as we look for a high to the outside. 17 keeps trying to go out there and hoping that a few more guys may jump out with. So when he gets that run, he can utilize that run to help someone else. So say if Rubbernecker sees that 17 and say the 9 does as well, and those 2 both move out at the same time when the 17 has his run, what's going to happen there is that if the 4 car backs off just a little bit, those 3 cars, maybe with the help of the caboose, as we'll call them, will be able to get a massive run in, which they're going to need because they're going to have to clear a lot, those 4 fast cars linked together in front. As we see lap down car of 43 of Bubba Hollywood. Now intertwining with this group. Now this guy can play his role just the same with these lead lap cars, being now that he's in this group, it's just one more car to help these guys go fast. So if he can hold this good line, he may be able to work with some of these guys and get some of them some potentials, a crucial stage points, of course, possibly the stage win. And of course, being in good favors with that driver at the end, working with somebody. Of course, that's going to be that can really help the dividends at the end of this race. Gotham still running this thing in that 96 machine. So he's doing himself a great job holding that bottom line, keeping those cars pinned down there right now. Not really I don't see a lot of cars being able to generate a hard enough run to get past him as solid as he's running. Now, if he was wobbling around a bit and stuff, not really creating a really fast run, fast pace, then those guys would be able to generate their run up out the top and hopefully get past him. But right now, he's holding strong to that. The 48's doing a pretty good job as well, staying right there on spot. We're not really pushing him through the turn, more or less just kind of letting him drag him around the center, and then gets back on the bumper. Just see right there, Mucka right there holding a good pace. He's trying to keep himself a little bit more back from what you need to, because these two are already linked up. So any kind of bump or wiggles and wobbles, as you see the 48 kind of getting it done right here. The two's holding his line firm. So what he's doing is he's holding the guys firm behind him, thus keeping that pocket of air as aerodynamic as possible. Woo! Man, that wiggles and wobbles right there. Trying to hold it together for that. Looks like Bubba Hollywood having a control issue with the 43 at the moment. He's going to be screaming for some pits here in just a moment. May have selected a little bit too loose on his slider, which could happen. Expecting a caution right off the get-go of the race, giving him that chance to get that thing squared away. Thus, this run has actually gone green. So what's going to happen here is some of these guys with these loose, slider setups that they chosen, that they were hoping were going to be able to adjust instantaneously due to a quick caution, aren't going to have the option. So, obviously, it does create that fact of the gamble. Not only the gamble out here on track, never knowing who's going to lose it or whatever's going to happen, running this close together this fast, but also the gamble of what you're choosing when it comes to your setup-wise, initially banking on what's going to happen in the race. As you still see Gotham right here, leading the charge. But look at this. Let's trim back this a little bit. We're starting to get a little bit of a run here, the 88 Bowman Nation. You got 3 cars lined up right here. They're going to need to be locked on bumper like no one's business right here if they're going to try to gather it and get up to that next draft right there. Okay, now this is the secondary line, and this is all being led. Ooh, and they're gaining too. Look at this. Timac is in the secondary line right now. Let's jump back a little bit to these guys as they are up and running here. So again, lag spike at the beginning of this race, so it created everything to be jumbled up in the beginning. Now everything's really starting to line up. This will happen if you got some talent in the room. You're going to have this. These guys will link up, line up, like, okay, this is our mission. This is what we got to do. We got to stay lined up. We need to get our forward momentum and some time on track. We're going to catch these guys. 38 is doing himself a fine job holding the bottom. That is D. Franklin leading the charge right now. And you have just a slew of character. The 18's up in this one in that second position in the secondary line. That's Juicy J. He's trying to squeeze everything for the juice right now as he's, a little wobbly loose there. Maybe slipping on the juice as the 24 Timac holds a firm line right behind him. But look at this. You got Flash 9, Mr. Fast here. All right, and he is right there on the bumper of the 24. That's Flash 9 in the 47 machine, which we're sitting on for Timac right now. All right, here we go. Green flag stops. These guys are going to stay out as you see a slew of everybody coming in. So then more or less the entire front line came together here. And we're going to see what that's going to leave for us as these guys come out. So this is going to be very, very interesting on the strategies that are going to be undertaken. Okay, so now this line staying out, Timac 17. These guys are still holding it. They got plenty of guys right here. You see the 3 car kind of got checked up a little bit earlier in this run. Got some contact, whatnot to that wall, but found this pack. And so now we also have the 37 of KB Showtime. That's right, Showtime's changed up his number from the 42 to the 37 now. So he's going to be sporting that Chevy. And now these guys are coming in. Now this ought to be very, very interesting here. Yeah, these guys still created some really good time. Now what they're doing here, instead of going in with all that big old wad of cars right there, they're going to, wow, look at him just getting it nasty coming into that pit road all sideways like Tokyo Drift action. That was awesome. That was a 7 car. Mad Wolf Sniper getting it done with the 88. So, okay, all these guys will come barreling in here, and they're going to try to get their pit on as well. So, trying to pit differently than with that entire group going in. now we're going to have everybody kind of getting it gathered back up again. As you're coming out of pits, this is what it's all about, is getting together with as many cars as you possibly can. No matter what car it is. You do not want to be by yourself at all. As you see that was flashing on Timac and everybody coming out of pit lane right now. Dropping in on Shadow. Shadow was in that front group, and they all came in together. So we're going to have a flip switch of leaders here in just a moment. Okay, so it does look, I'm checking tracker right now, and I'm going to figure this one out because it does look as if
13 car is your leader there.
the 13 is?
Yes, sir.
All right, copy that. Thank you, bud. All right, let's jump on over to PC Panther. As soon as we lock him in on our screens, there he is. All right, PC Panther leading. So this is the front group. We were there. All right, so Timac is right there as well. So that strategy may have paid off huge. As those guys, because Timac was one of those cars that stayed out. Flash 9 stayed out also, but we do not see him in this group. Could be a muster of things. That speeding on pit road can always bite you. But this is your lead group at the moment. PC Panthers into number 13. All kinds leading the charge here. D. Franklin in the 38 here. Now again, Franklin was leading that secondary pack, and now has found himself with but Shadow was in that first pack. So, how all of this has transpired, pretty cool. And of course, Timac was in that secondary pack as well. 7 laps remaining in stage 1, folks. Now we have a pack of cars here, right? So let's look back a little bit. Here's the rest of them. Now what these boys need to be doing right here, lining up. All kinds. I know I hate to see it because it looks beautiful side by each right here. This is awesome. But, I mean, in order to catch those leaders, they got to line up. I mean, no fans or buts about it. Running side by side is just going to drag them down even further and further and further. I'll try and maneuver the fastest car, the one who knows how to go, up in the front, and then everybody line up behind them, and they'll catch those guys in a heartbeat. As you see, they're coming out of 1 and 2 right here. Looks like going down the back stretch. Verify. Yep. And you see up there in front. Let's look forward here. Wow, this is a good pack right here. So they're going into 3 and 4 now. And they're just entering into 3 and 4. So they could potentially gain them. We have enough time left to do it. I believe we're coming into 6 laps left remaining. And that's a lifetime here at Talladega. It's a big track, folks. He's riding on board with KP Showtime, putting on one heck of a show. He's right on the bumper of that 47. Flash 9. 9 cars right there. You got some fast cats right here playing catch up right now. Mocha. All right, look at this. Penske Ford. Huh? Don't worry, you got it. You're behind the Chevy. Should be fine. We'll pull you right up there. Oh, look at these guys. This is moving right now. Now they're starting to line up. Now they're going to start gaining some time. Now they're going to come into play with. Okay, no, the leaders are coming into lap traffic. Maybe okay, now we see in their screen. See right there in the back of your screen. I know I'm all pointing and stuff, and y'all can. You'll see them coming in the corner. Now you will see them here in a minute. Like next lap, they'll be twice as close. Because they're all lined up right now. We're staying on the leaders over here. We're going to leave it on Timac. Timac's sitting 4th right now with in 5th. And then everybody else is barreling down on him. Okay, now it does look as if they more or less have every single car lined up and bringing up the caboose. So this one is Rubbernecker. Now, if they can just keep this thing dialed. Whoa! Somebody checked up hard back there in that line. There ain't going to go nowhere. as you look up back over here, they've collected up onto that lead group here, and everyone's trying to scatter right now as well. Figuring out their way around the lap cars, or the lap cars, of course, want to keep their lead laps. So they're going to try to stay out here as long as possible. Look at this. Bad Fast Marley picking up the train right here. He's going to try to lead this thing, keep on to a lead lap. That's what he needs desperately. I believe he's already a lap down. He needs to be that first car a lap down so he can have a chance of being in this thing at the end. So it's very crucial. That 12 car, that Penske Ford.
2 laps down there, Tom.
2 laps down. So it's even more critical that he stays up in front of these dudes. So that way he
15 seconds of damage. Like, foot.
Oh, I can't. Well, it's a miracle you're alive, buddy. You know, I mean, whew, woo. But right now, Marley is trying to remain 2 laps down after that horrible incident there at the beginning of the race. So far, it looks as if this is going to be the battle right here. Look at that wiggle, and that's what will happen. That bottom line will wiggle, and if that guy's on the outside, beep, door check, and they go flying up. You don't catch it quick enough, you'll be into the fence. Okay, so we had some mad catastrophe happen back here. I was checking on one of our trackers here. They had some kind of lag spike or something. But mad checkup, they fanned out like no one's business, and so separated that line. They were moving it too; they were getting it done. But something happened back there, and they spread for dear life. So we got a 4 group right here. Looks like I'm sure that these guys may be battling some forms of damage or whatnot. So they need to make a few more adjustments on these go fast machines. They're running out of time because we are in last lap right now, folks. Let's get over to our leader. And we're on him right now. D. Franklin going to try to take this thing. Does. Oh, that was it right there. Got it.
Oh, I was on fumes. Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
Did you get get that lap back there, bud?
I didn't get my lap back, but at least I only went 1 down, so by next stage I should be able to get it back.
All right, copy that. All right, so still staying in the fight and in the battle. Got the 38 of D. Franklin winning this thing, getting his stage 1 right there. Beautiful run for him. So looks like we got him rounding down here, looking up our lineup here. Don't quite have that. Marley, you got a quick 1 through 5?
Hold on 1 second. D. Franklin, PC Panthers, and Timac are your top 3.
Woo!
That's what I got.
Nice. All right. So top 3 is getting it done right there. Timac gonna be pushing himself up front by now. Here it is. Stage 2, folks. We in it, on it, and all above it. Here we go. We got NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series, and of course, Left Turn Broadcasting bringing it to you fast. As we drop into green right now. Green, all kinds. You got a little bit of a spike there. You seen that? Just cars just kind of glitching there. Really stacked them up toward the beginning. Now everyone's wiggling and wobbling, trying to get these things squared away here. They're not fun to handle when they're going slow. Everyone's starting to really straighten it up. Ooh, a little bit as we see some contact there. People are starting to maneuver. This is where that crapshoot will happen. Anybody can make a mistake, any kind of, or something might glitch. The 8 car looks like he's trying to hold on to it. Whoa, look at that! 17 ejecto seat, cuz! I mean, woo! That's just created a big one, all kinds. We just stayed all over that one. 8 car just took it all, though. He's, into the fence, into both fences. I mean, he got one. He want to make sure he got the other one. But, man, we got, that was bad. Woo! Huge bounce up, and we just seen a 3 car, or I think that's who it was, but just go like directly into the wall, come back down and wipe out everybody behind him. Thus is definitely bringing us out. Oh yeah, a caution. Let's bring that one up. Under caution here, folks. But we got still plenty of racing left yet ahead of us. 27 laps remaining in stage 2. Just kicking this one off. That was the drop of the green flagger type of deal right there. And it does look as if we're going to have Flash 9 moving his way a little bit more forward here. And, all right, D. Franklin on the outside this time with the number 7 of Shadow Wolf Sniper. All right, he's busted out the long gun right now. Let's see if he can get it done. Woo, as we still see some cars wiggling and wobbling back there, but that is definitely a server issue. That was, I don't know what that was. Whoa, look at all that. Just wrecking. Oh, back under caution. Well, no time. We're just going to leave it under caution. Sorry, folks, I didn't even take it off. There must have been a reason why I didn't take it off. But I took the caution off. All right, folks, so we are under caution at the moment. So we see some lag spike. Now, the way that these drivers can possibly deal with that is, I don't know, not going for the gustos right off the bat. Give some spacing. Let everyone fan out a little bit, right? Then you build up your momentum, build up your runs, and then you can go side by side after everyone's kind of up and going by then. But I know it's critical. You keep the car, straight as possible. As we're going to go back green again, folks. Here we go. Second quick caution of stage 2 here. And I think a lot of it's just due to issues here. We got Juicy J. We're going to ride on board the 18 for a minute. He's sitting there in that 3rd position. Get the green flag here. 7 car. Shadow still up there, I believe. Yes, he is. Trying to hold the bottom down. Trying to hold the top up there. We got the 13 of PC Panther. Uh-oh, but look at this. He's starting to get a little crowded back here, or a lot crowded. Here we go. Everyone's forcing their way to the bottom, it feels like. There we go. Now we're starting to get a little more spread out here. Everyone working desperately to try to find that bottom line when they can go side by side here. Plenty of track. 48 feet wide, as Marley said. Like half a football field. Bottom line back up and ready to get the CC cars just fighting super duper tough to get down there, because if not, they're just going to get left right behind. Sitting on Gotham. Gotham is leading of stage 1. Did himself a great job. Rotate through just a little bit, aka Rubnecker in that 4 car. Woo! Wiggles and wobbles, contact into the 24, knocks the 24 outside of his line. He's going to go to the back, or even further to the back. It looks like he got a little bit of help. 4 car, we're still sitting on him. See if he can keep her. 18's on the outside now. 18 was up there toward the front. Again, if you get kicked out of the line, going to the back. Don't worry, there's plenty of company back there too. You see the 17 of Shadow now back to the outside. He's been one of those ducks trying to negotiate that outside line. Now, what's going to happen with Shadow here is, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of money on him. I think he might be one of those big movers at the end, because he keeps challenging this outside line. And because he's challenging this outside line, it's giving him practice with it. So when this outside line does go and be a moving, he's going to already have it dialed and his mark set and visualizing himself going right around everybody to take the victory. You see everyone lining back up again. Look for the next run. Dropping it all bad fast Marley. Oh man, which he's getting himself all kinds of work done by that 4 car. 4 car just having a hard time holding this line right now. You see he got into a little bit with 24, got the 12 out of shape. Kind of woed him up, slowed him up a little bit. It just seems like when you get on the four's bumper, he kind of get all wiggle sideways here. 12 car now looking for a run, possibly to the outside, but he needs a lot more help before that happens. He needs to wait and gather up a good cast of characters, if you will. The one thing that you know will run with you. 13 now high to the outside, going to the back. Taking the elevator to the bottom. That's the 13 of PC Panthers. That's what this is, folks. It's just it's an elevator. You go up, you go down, and you go all around in this thing. Well, you hope you don't go all around unless you're Bad Fast Marley.
You do cartwheels.
Well, yeah, that's the round and round, bud. How are we looking right now, Marley? You got a chance to talk to us for a sec, or what story?
Yeah, I can talk to you.
You all right?
All right. I'm trying to race my way to the front and get my lap back.
Okay, so we're still lap downer. That's all right.
Yep.
Got time? A little bit.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get a chance where all the leaders pit, so we couldn't take a wave around. So right now we are sitting in 20th spot.
All right.
But 10th in line.
Okay, copy that. So 10th in line, 20th in spot, as we've seen a battle underway back here for that top 10. We got, looks like a Rubbernecker is sitting in that inside the top 10 right now. That would put the 88 of Bowman Nation possibly rounding out our top 10. Let's get a little bit more forward to the front, get a little highlight on the 7 car. No, not the 7 car, my bad.
So much lag in this lobby. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I really am. I'm seeing a lot of it, actually, when it comes to it. So we're, yeah, it's a fight and it's a battle. But guess what? That fight and that battle is going to be over here soon with the next, with the NASCAR 21 coming out. So that's going to be pretty awesome stuff right there. Really excited.
Yeah, all that high line's making it up there.
Oh, here we go. Highline is starting to move here as we just got a little more forward here. Ayrton James in that second spot in that number 48 machine. We got the 38 still leading us right now. Been holding that bottom and doing a good job. Franklin was showing his stuff in that secondary line, catching the first pack in stage 1. Now he's getting it done. Woo! Saw the 19 wiggle and wobble here, get back a little bit further as the pack is starting to go side by side. The outside line was starting to muster up some strength and speed, but here comes the 43 Bubba Hollywood. He wiggles and wobbles, and he's in the middle. Hopefully he can maintain. He's been having himself a little bit of time and some struggles here. Trying to find that line. Now he does, trying to find the bottom, still a little wiggle and wobble, and can't let that outside line get his run due to the fact he got a lot of wobbling on the bottom down there. These guys need to keep these things glued straight, perfect on the bottom. That means lifting. That means, that way the outside line can't get the run. If they get out there, they're scared of getting doored. Like, wow. 19, everyone trying to hold on to it. 18 outside, 3 wide now. Here we go. Now 19 swooped down to the bottom. Found himself a hole, got in it. 19 right there. Now let's go up to 17. Shadows. Shadows moving himself a little more forward to the field. It's about 8th position right here. No, 7th position.
The 4 car, because he keeps letting them back in line. I'm assuming they're working to get this high line going. They're going to make a run for it on the outside.
Copy that. Well, I mean, I'm seeing that we're trying to see the outside line working, but I'm seeing just there's too much wobble in the bottom line for these guys to get that run to the outside. One, they have to keep that line pretty close to that inside line, but with these cars wobbling, woo! Look at this, 12 car forced to the outside, going on the back. But that's all right. Maybe he found himself a hole, jumped in it, and hopefully he can get around to it. Yeah, that's the other thing is too. We're fighting a lot of lag here as well. Yeah, so a lot of lobby lag and whatnot.
It's the server.
All right, jump aboard Flash 9. Flash 9 now making his way a little more forward to the front here. He was stuck a little bit in the back of the pack, but he's always looking for that Flash 9, that 47 machine, no matter what color it is, to be charging to the front. Right now, he's charging for breast cancer awareness, and man, he's doing a great job as he started in the back type of start there, or I'm sorry, made his way in the back due to the massive collisions they had at the beginning of the race. Had that secondary pack that he was in. Now he's found himself a little bit more forward here, and in that top 5, that 5th position. It's a good catbird seat to sit in because you can see that outside line be moving. You only have 4 cars you need to pass to get up to the front, so it's not a quick jolt around. It's not like you have to pass like 10 cars on the outside once you get the thing running from the back. That's the other thing is too, it's hard to get that outside line running from the back. You got to pass all those cars, and all it's going to take is that one car that's going to wobble on your way by to stall up all of that momentum that will take literally laps to build. It will take laps to build momentum on the outside, and it only takes one brief second of contact of a car, or glitch or this or that, and that whole line goes away. That's just why you'll see a lot of these guys dropping to the bottom. All right, now currently running in that 3rd position. They may be destined for Daha Jr. here in that 3 machine because he is in a 3 car. He qualified 3rd, and now he's back running 3rd. All right, man. So he may be finished. If he finishes 3rd today, man, I'll be like, dude, you better go to Vegas right now and drop all kinds of cash on the first thing you see. Just whatever. Just pick a number, all right? Because it's going to win. Look at this outside right now. 3 car making a huge run. Gonna leave it on him. 37 of KB Showtime. He gonna put the show on. There it is. They're just waiting. Sandbagging. I love it. Woo! Outside run. And they're going. Look at this bad fast Marley and Flash 9. Ooh, I knew it. See, the fast guys just know when to time it. They gotta wait till everything sucks up and gets closer because you can't pass these guys when you're super far back on the outside. You gotta wait for that good run and time it. And the 3 cars, look at this, 3 cars, smart. Keeping it high to the outside. All right, high. I love it. Thus giving all of these cars and this outside line a chance to get all past, almost at least. Drops it, looks like the 4th car out, gets cut off. That's bad fast Marley. Oh man. So close yet so far away on that one, as he's fighting steel yet to keep his to get that lap back and have something at the end of this thing. Unfortunately, caught up in a lot of that mayhem in the beginning of the race due to a server error. Oh man, we got that 3 car still on the bottom right now. I mean, he's running a fast pace. That was an impressive move. He was sitting in the 3rd position. Saw that run, and a few of the other cars saw it and went with him. And we're talking now moving the 37 of Showtime. Maybe Showtime in that 2nd position. Now Flash 9 moving his way up. Surprise, surprise. Go get some Flash in that 3rd position right now, that 47 machine. Now let's see, rounding out our 4th place. I believe that's the... you can't really spot him out. But I think that's T. Franklin, that 38. Yeah. Franklin, man, he's been killing it tonight. Great job, great work for him. Getting that stage. Now he's up here, still running in the top 5. He's again in that same category. So you want to be that 3rd, 4th spot. You just see what happened with the 3 car. Had that run, had that ability, had some good cars get behind him on it and back him up on it. And he took those guys in appreciation of their willingness to help him on the outside right around the 2nd and 3rd spot. Now, what could have happened there on that outside line, if they really wanted to bring more cars forward, they could have kept that thing outside. And they would have continued to have that momentum. The only problem is that line can falter. Once that inside line starts to gain strength and momentum and starts to come back forward again, then it'll take one car from their line to glitch up or something and hit your line that you guys have been running really good on the outside, disrupt the cars behind you, and then all of a sudden you go backward. Like you just hit like parachutes on a dragster, crossing that start finish line, that checkered at the end. Here we go. It's starting to heat up a little bit. 4 laps remaining in stage 2, folks. So I do not believe we are going to need any kind of fuel on this thing. This is a go fast run all the way through. So far, here we go. Fitness is picking up. Outside line, here it comes. Massive run. Was it too soon? The 47 stuck in the middle. Now 47 drifted to the back. Gotham was doing himself a fine job leading a bunch of laps earlier in tonight's race, finding himself on the bottom around that 7th, 8th position. Look at this, aka Rubbernecker find himself in the, looks like 4th position right now in that 4 car. Mirroring his efforts and everything right now. So great job for him. Nice view action right there. Back bad fast Marley. Holding on to the bottom right there. He has the 24 looking on the outside. Yeah, these look more like server issues than anything else here. A lot of spot one and stuff. Some of them maybe, but okay, pit strategies, here it is. So some of these guys can't get it. We got PC Panthers in the 13 now ducking onto pit lane. So maybe some of these guys can't make it. As we are coming in, 2 laps remaining in stage 2. I'd say, yeah, we have plenty of cautions. Everyone should be able to make it. Maybe that's where that strategy comes into play as well, by not hitting, maybe trying to get that lap back. Riding right on with Gotham right there. Gotham's in that 5th place right now. 47 to Flash 9, that 6th position. All eyes are on that 3 car right now, Daha Jr. 38's right there. No, I'm just going to get up to 2. I'm just giving 1 note there, guys. All right. Beautiful car there. Like it. I'm always parked in the 3, which everyone knows. So far, you know, pretty big pack toward the front. Everyone's lining up right now. This is coming down to the end of the race here, or end of stage 2, I mean. So we're going to be looking for that last minute duck out to see if they can take down that 3. Here we go. Just as we say it, here it is. Red going wide. The 48 going to go for the move. 48 crossed the line. I believe the 48 may have got it. Does, man, that flipped everything up right there. Ayrton James gets that one. Great job to the 48. Quick outside move. Flash on 3rd, Gotham 4th, 5th is aka Rubbernecker. 2nd is Daha. All right, so Daha Jr. gets that 2nd position barely by a fraction of an inch, but Ayrton gets that one. Flash 9, Gotham aka Rubbernecker 5th. The Shadow in the 6th position. Tight Max 7th. In 7th position, KB Showtime, 8th position, Bowman Nation, 9th, and NASCAR King in that 10th position. All right, folks, we're going to be firing off stage 3. 35 laps remaining in tonight's race. Just in case you're tuned in, this is Left Turn Broadcasting, and we are bringing it NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series, Talladega. We're coming into stage 3 right now. You're ready to drop the hammer on this bad dog. Here we go.
Lead lap there, Tron.
What up, bud?
Back on the lead lap.
All right, Bad Fast Marley now getting his lead lap back in the nick of time. Let's hope he can hold on to it. Starting toward the rear of the field. Let's see if this thing can spool up the way we need it to. A lot of people are already jumping to the bottom instantly, trying to get down there. This is going to be a little bit more of a long run. Get 35 laps left in tonight's race. This is stage 3, folks. Got NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. Got your man Chris Paul Amos, aka Tron, right here with you. We're bringing it. LTB at Talladega. All right, Flash 9 finding himself in that 4th position right now. We got the 48 still leading this thing. 48 of Ayrton James. Man, look at him go. He got in the podium last week, if I remember correctly. We've done a lot of races since then. But man, he's been fast. He's going to try to remain that way as he's starting to excel a little bit more. I think he may like in front of that 3-car. 3-car may do a little duck move around him, having a good group of cars to the bottom, or it could be a little too soon. I'm thinking it's going to be too soon. I think this guy's going to ride around the bottom for a while, and you may see some movement going toward the back of the field, trying to get a little more position for a little more striking positions. But that's pretty much, you know, then we'll see these lag spikes, maybe mix some things up, but we don't know. Right now, that's the best case scenario. So we're going to have if this stays green, we'll have that green flag pit stop. That's going to shuffle everything up, and then from there, it's more or less game on. I think it's survival at its fittest during this stage of a plate track racing for Heat 5. It's you have to. You're kind of forced to do what these guys have to do is get to the bottom, run around, and on the bottom, wait till these things cycle through, and then at the end is the only time you can really go for it. Because if you try to ride around side by side, you see here with the problem with the servers and the cars, they can't hold that. It doesn't allow it. It won't allow it. So these guys being patient, being smart, being race drivers here, and basically negotiating what they have to get, what they have to work with here, and how to get it done for the end result. All right, Luck and that 2 Penske forward. Look at him go, man. All right, got himself in that top 10, and that's where he likes. He wants to be right there in the position. 29 laps remaining in tonight's race in stage 3, folks. Luck, CEO of Front Row Racing, right there, putting his show on. Now I haven't seen the Aquaman up in this thing. Where is Aquatati at, man? I haven't seen the 1 car. He must not made it in tonight. So we would have cycled through him for sure. What's up, bud?
I'm not so sure he did.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen his name yet tonight. Well, he'd be going in front. I mean, he's always putting on himself a show. I'm sure we would have ran across him. But he must not made it in tonight. Alright, so you see, drifting back a little bit again, everyone's trying to do their best on just keeping, surviving right now. Got Bad Fast Marley now trying to get himself a little bit of a run on the 13. Looks like the 38 maybe having himself a little bit of server issue here, a little more than everybody else. I see him glitch sometimes, and sometimes not. You see the 12 car high to the outside, maybe doing him a little skippity jump move, but when you're in the back, you got try it, right? I mean, all you're gonna do is fall back up with spots, you'll get them right back, and no big deal. I mean, you're right back here anyways. You gotta find out what the car can do, what type of run this thing's gonna give you.
Trying to get people to go with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, but dude,
I just passed 4 cars by myself on the outside, and then got passed back because nobody wanted to.
Oh, dude, that's exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna hold this bottom line for quite the minute. And then pit strategy is going to come into play. Good thing about being towards the back, though, you get to see what strategies are going to be unfolding in front of you before you actually make your move. Thus, and you're able to gauge their speed on how fast they're flying into pit lane, hopefully on you coming into the pit lane, so you can maybe get to positions there instantaneously by outbraking people coming into pit lane. So also look for that strategy to go underway when it comes to these green flag pit stops. About to come around, I believe. We'll be getting close. I know we're 10 lap into this thing, coming in 10 lap into it. This car's, I think, get around 15. We'll be seeing it.
Oh, we got 17 laps to go.
17. Okay, copy that. So we got a little bit left ahead of us. You know what? Now would be a perfect time for one of those YouTube commercials. Hint, hint, YouTube. All right, buddy. So hopefully, there was a nice little YouTube segment. You guys get a kick out of it and find something of value and entertainment. But we'll be back in just a moment. All Alright, we're back after that YouTube little breakers. Hopefully it filled in there nice and perfect like it was cool. But we're up and running here, running pretty good, and it's the 24 of Timac. Timac still sitting up in the top 10. All these go fast cars are right here, staying lined up, giving themselves a little bit of a break, you know, on not running over or nothing like that. There's nothing to really be gained and move right here. Ooh, 24 low, trying to hold this line down. But again, that could have been some kind of lag spike and some switch. It happens so abrupt. These guys, so even the guys behind them, they have to lift up and woe up and focus on what they're doing here. 9 car, looks like he's trying to, just like I said, everyone's just trying to hold their line right now. 43, Bubba Hollywood looked like he may have been out. Yep, lone motor right there, so Bubba Hollywood is out of tonight's race. Alright, so Steve Franklin, man, I mean, he was putting on a pretty good show. We're going to leave the camera on him just for a minute here. So let's look to see exactly how tight this pack is right here. This Timac is Franklin right here. It's a 9 car. About NASCAR King. You see, look at this. It's just bing, 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 bing. You know what I mean? And now all that air moving around just wobbles, wiggling, trying to maintain.
I just went from 13th up to by side with 8th with just myself, but nobody will go with me.
Man, what you need to do now is just look for that next hole. You know, if you get that hole, time that hole.
And then
48, man. Look at this. Still, Ayrton James leading this thing, painting that line, holding the bottom. Single file action. 36 right here. Maintain, or no, not 36, I'm sorry. Is that one? 96, I'm sorry, there we go. That's the Batmobile. That's Gotham. Batman's cruising around in second place right now, doing himself a good job. 3 card, Junior, man, he was putting himself on quite the show earlier as he took that high line out and high to the outside and drug 3 cars around with him. I believe Flash Knight was one of them. So we've been looking for that move to happen again as these guys are starting to step forward. Well, they're starting to go maybe high to the outside, but I think that's just people checking up. I don't think anyone wants to go anywhere right now. They're content and just trying to maintain. At least the top 10 is for sure. So we've got a good 15-ish cars in this lead group right here. It's coming. 21 laps remaining in tonight's race here, folks. Single file around the bottom. Everyone's wearing them down, wearing them out. We're going to be looking for that fuel and tire stop here just a little bit. Now this is that secondary pack right here. These guys have been trying to line up here. Now with these guys doing, you know, basically not lining up and being, you know, separated, they're not going to gain anything on that pack, guys. That's on. Let's see if you can look in from here. There they are into one, and so they're not too far away. If these guys would actually line up, they would gain some, because they still have green flag pit stop coming up. But look at this, we got wobbles and wiggles and stuff. Yeah, so these guys need to line up if they could, but you can't, yeah, because it looks like the 8 car's having himself a hard time just keeping it straight. Thus Armstrong and looks like the 41 Dave Rule, they're going to be destined to be stuck back here for a minute because they need those cars to line up back here to hopefully help catch them. They're not too terribly far away, and again, like I said, we do have green flag stops coming in. So if they can get close enough, they may be able to drive it in a little bit deeper than they normally would. You know, basically gauging the front pack's speed coming into pit lane and snag this draft, during the pit process. So you always got to be thinking, no matter what position you are in these races. I don't care what race it is. If it's heat, if it's it don't matter. Racers always think in the same way, or at least a good racer is. They're always, you're going to run it out no matter what. You're never going to quit, because basically you don't know what's going to happen. These guys could all wreck and total out. Wow, the whole backpack back there cruising with Dave Rule and them, they win it. And then, when it comes to racing, you never know, especially when it comes to races like this. All right, so riding on Flash 9 there, moving up one more spot forward here. Duh Jr. in that third position in that 3 car, mirroring himself once again. Like I said, last time he was in that third place, we saw him rock and roll on the outside with Flash 9 in tow. And a few of them others, like here they come. Here comes the 24 possible outside. No, not quite yet. But we do have a few cars lined up. Bad Fast Molly, now he's getting that thing going. Okay, it looks like he's got to put up a little bit of a party to the outside. Starting to gain some strength, gain some momentum. That is Hollywood. Hollywood trying to get something done. Oh, yeah. And look at this. Here comes the Batmobile. Gotham. He jumped out there trying to give a hand, but I don't know if he helped or hurt. As we went 3 wide right now, looks like the 37 of AKA Showtime. Oh, KB Showtime outside putting on the show of his life right now as he's drifting to the back. That's okay. He still has a hold of that top draft up there. Hopefully he can maintain as they clear. 3 cars get past, but oh, my man Marley, one more time. That car out. So he's going to go back toward the back of the pack here. But no, he's not, because now he just found one of the best guys ever. Flash 9.
Thanks, Flash.
Oh, Flash let him on in, gave himself a great little hole for him to come down in after, the 48. Mad lag spike here. That's one thing that these cars and these drivers need to be leery and looking for of those cars, on the ones, especially if they lag a lot. Ooh, you see the 48 and 3 getting a little bit of contact as forcing the issues may be arising. But look at this, the 47 and 12 car, 2-man team on the outside. Can they get something done? Mad side draft right there by the 12 car, trying to slow him down just ever so slightly. But no, everybody going to go to the bottom and put these two toward the back. Now, if I was those cars toward the back, I would have jumped out there with those dudes and see if we can muster this thing up. But now they're going to have to go back again. Again, it's just a yo-yo. Now they'll drive back forward again. They got time still left to do it, which is a good thing, but they only have enough time for so long. We got 15 laps remaining. Now, you might think that sounds like a short number, but this is a big track, all right? Small number, big track. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of a minute. So they still have a little bit of time to work their way back forward again. You're not going to really see the most aggressive, fast moves until we're talking the last couple of laps, I'm thinking. I mean, that's the only time they can really get something that's going to stick, if they're going to gain anything at all. But we did see that outside line take some new characters to the front. So, I mean, that was, again, some really good maneuvering there. By the Batmobile, by Gotham, bringing it back out in front again. Gotham sneak attacker right here, pulling the Batman on us. Comes in out of nowhere, and then he's gone. And he's going to swoop in on this checkered flag, possibly. We're going to find out, because he's back leading this thing once again. All right, let's ride on board with Gotham just for a moment here. Doing back on the line here. Oh, here we go. Oh, and just as I say that, oh, no! Looks like he woed and slowed up, drifted high, trying to keep it under control, and just took out the 3. 3 just was not hitting at all. Now these guys are 3x3 here, They need to desperately get back lined up again, because they were hoping that they would be lined up and going fast here as they do coming in. The 24, everybody looking possibly to be pitting right now. Side by side, so this is not the time they want to do that. This looks great. This is awesome. This is what we're looking for right here. But this is not what they're looking for. They're trying to get some time on the track. Okay, it looks like they're going to continue another lap around. I'm curious. So tires right now, we're looking at 3 laps left of fuel. Tires are sitting in the 30s, so they'll have enough tire to get this thing done and around. I'm looking at the tracking for 4 car. A.K. Redman, we're on him right now. He's in the 5th position, and it looks like we got Timac leading the thing now. 24 of Timac bringing it in. KB Showtime, he's up here in this group as well. I like KB Showtime. He's putting on a really good show, you know? He's like, well, that's my name, man. Shoot. All right, here we go. Everyone's braking now and coming into pit lane, trying to whoa and slow it up. Woo! Timac, man. He did the snake. But look at this, though. So this is where I'm talking about. Now, that's where you're able to judge where they're slowing up, and you can hopefully gain those positions. So we're looking at KB Showtime now. Look like he may have gained some positions right there, diving it in, being behind those guys, letting them come in first, judging their entry speeds in the pit lane, thus giving them an opportunity to outbrake them. Okay, now this is the first group. We're rotating through right now, so we'll let the leaderboard catch up. All one group, 2 separate pit strategies here.
Here I come.
The group is coming out now.
I'm coming.
Uh-oh. Probably sound like he's getting himself a run. we got Bad Fast Marley in broadcast with us today. He's going to be give us a little. Well, he's going to give us a nice little insight on tonight's race. And man, so far he's been fighting himself tremendous adversities in tonight's race with some issues when it comes to servers wise and the format in general with the lagging or spiking.
Ooh, I made it up to 4th. I'm just short of the leaders.
Uh-oh. Got plenty. Well, you don't got plenty of time. You got some time to get there. All right, we're just kind of seeing everyone's coming out of pit lane, and now they need to link up with people here. Now here comes AK Rubbernecker. Rubbernecker's been up there in the top 5, and he is in that 5th position right now. He's finding the bumper of Bad Fast Marley. Bad Fast Marley in that 12 car. All right, let's see if these Fords can spool up the power and get up there and get up to him. I mean, it would be nice to have one more width, but they don't have enough time to drag back and pick up whoever's behind them. So we'll see. Now, if anyone's good at holding this bottom line and holding a fast car, it's going to be that 12 car. So these 2 cars could possibly have a chance to do it. As we're going to try to get a little bit more forward here and get in on our leader, which is the 37, I believe, of KB Showtime. Let's see, let's get on board with KB here. Get close to him at least. At least that's what my tracker's stating right now. Now, 3-car got all kinds crazy, recluse type thing. I'm not sure what's going to happen there with him. Mucka, we got him on board right here. He's up in the lead group, I believe. All right, so I'm still seeing a 37 as our race leader. Sorry, let me get over to him real quick, folks. There we are. All right, KB Showtime leading this thing right now. Now this is, so the 3-car of Daha, he is lapped down due to that massive contact coming into pit lane. Man, that was crazy too. But so he's loaded and slowed up. He's lapped downer, but he's in front of these guys leading the way. He's got himself a pretty fast car, but he does have, unfortunately, a little bit of an aero issue there. All right, so he's really putting that Chevy motor to work right now. has just a straight wall on the front of his car. That's a dam, all right? But KB Showtime up and lead this thing. Awesome job by KB, man. He took it on the outside, went around. Oh man, really trying to do the best he could. Coming from the back of the pack at times. See him out there working that high line. And everything has paid off thus far as he is sitting firmly in that first position. With Flash Shine right there, you got 17 the Shadow and Maka. Now, will these guys be able to find that run at the end? It's just a few cars. So, and how's the threes? What's the third car, the lap down car that's in the front here? What's his role going to be in this one? You know, how is this going to work? You know, do they use him as a pick, or I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's like I said, it's 6 laps remaining in tonight's race, folks. These are our leaders right here. The 3 car is a lap down due to incident coming into pit lane. He was not pitting, and the car that was got wiggles, got loose, trying to come back up the track, and he plowed him. But so he's lapped down, but he's in front of the leaders because of how everything has sorted itself out. So how is this going to play its role at the end of this race? We're coming in 5 to go. Tonight's race. And I don't know now. In 4th and 5th place is Bad Fast Marley and AKA Rubbernecker. Now they're not gaining any. What's that?
I said we gotta hope for a caution.
Yeah. No, that's a perfect. Just heard Bad Fast Marley come over comms there on that one.
Do they have 5 cars up there counting the lap cars?
Yes. Yep. So we got 5 versus 2.
About 3/4 a lap.
Ooh. Well, you better hope that your guy can make it, buddy. Do you want the good news or the bad news? Well, there is no bad news there, actually. Because I'm
no bad.
Okay. Well, I'm using Rubbernecker as a tracker right now. Okay, and I'm watching, and he has his schematics up of what's going on inside his car, and I'm looking out, I saw a red light, and I'm all, and then I look over, and it's his left rear, 17% and dropping, and you guys have 4 laps still left yet.
Oof. Well,
he may be doing flat tire action, bud. He might be taking over your day, but I haven't seen that on the lefts though. Impressive.
I should have took tires too. I didn't. I took rights. If I would have took lefts, I'd probably been leading the pack or in that front pack.
So strategies right there. That again, taking those 2 tires, gaining you that time on track, which is what we're looking with, what it's all about there. And these cars will still run fast, crafted up with each other. So, they're not using a lot of tire.
All I need is one of the leaders to blow a tire, and then I'll get a podium spot.
Woo! 3 laps left remaining in tonight's race. Yeah, no, you're right there. So we'll see what happens. I mean, they ain't done racing yet, but they're still lined up because we're coming in 2 to go. This is when the moves are going to be made. So you all just keep running what you're running. It does look like this tire is possibly going to make it, so you might have a little bit of a hope there if these guys, get nasty at the end. But we'll see. It's a small group in the front. They're coming up on some lap cars right now, and these lap cars have been struggling throughout all of tonight's race. So I don't think it's going to be, let's say, easy when they're running like. So this is going to be interesting, folks. They're coming up 1 lap left remaining. They're coming up on the lap cars that have been having a hard time. A couple of them having a hard time finding themselves a line. Seven looked good. He was up there earlier leading, but that 8, man. So look at the 7 car dropped way down the bottom. Smart man right there. Let these guys race it out to the end. 1 lap left remaining. Look at this. The 8 car is still trying to hold himself clear. Let these boys just split him down the middle.
White flag is out.
Last lap in tonight's race here, folks. The 3 car is not the leader. 3 car is lapped down, but he is leading the way. for the leader, which we're on right now, KB Showtime, in that 37 machine, hauling the nail around the track, and he's getting it done. He's got, now, they're gapping him. Here we go, look for that run. Flash 9's going to steal it. He's going to steal it with the 17's help. Watch this, here we go. Mucka's dragging back just a little bit too. They drag back too much, is the question. Big run. Last turn, last lap. We're on at 17, into the wall. Everyone's going for it. Oh, man. 37 holds him off. 47 Flash 9 gets that second position. Looks like Mucka is going to bring it home in that third place. Possible.
Actually, first is KB Showtime, second is Flash 9, third is Shadow.
Oh, Shadow. Okay, there we go. Yeah, KB. Oh, yeah. KB gets it. Flash, Shadow. There it is. Marley gets that fourth. Rubbers in that fifth. Bowman Nation in that sixth place. Tieback in the seventh. Eighth place is BC Panther. Ninth is, let's see. Gotham. All right, so Batman made it. D. Franklin gets that 12th position with that stage win. And Ayrton gets the top 10 with the stage win as well. So we got the stage winners tonight, and then tonight. So that's a pretty awesome race there. If you have two different stage winners, of course, and then a different overall winner. Wow, that was a pretty impressive race, even though they were fighting a lot of adversity throughout the race with the server issue. So let's go ahead and bring it over to our booth as these guys get out of their cars and coming in. I'm just going to drop this over to a quick commercial by, of course, Left Turn Broadcasting, sponsor Century 21.
Why choose a Century 21 agent? Because they're smarter than smart.
5 is my final offer.
Deal. We would have taken 4.
Then I want a do-over.
They're bolder than bold.
I brought cookies for my open house.
Nice, Dion. I brought this.
Is that a unicorn?
And they're faster than fast.
Hey, Apollo! They accepted your offer. Let's talk when you're done.
Hey, wait up! Century 21 agents. Smarter, bolder, faster.
With sound.
Well, this is it.
So proud of you.
Is there a Century 21 agent in the house?
Yeah, I'm a Century 21 agent.
Oh, great. We need your help. Now that our youngest is finally off to college, we're ready to sell our house and move to the beach.
You got it.
A world where you can
Yeah. Get up.
Stay calm. There's a Century 21 agent in the house. Smarter, bolder, faster.
You okay?
I'm awesome.
Las Vegas Victory Lane for Fox Television. Ricky Bobby, today's big winner. Heck of a win for you today, but it seems like you need to win or crash the car trying to win. Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I'm getting excellent, and nobody can excellent. You know, the big, hairy American winner, think first, you're last. You know what I'm talking about? That phrase is trademark, not to use that position to Ricky Bobby.
Should have given you a taller gear.
And your fault.
That number 10, he just boxed you in there, but he beat you.
He did it with style.
Hey, you guys, what's so bad about second?
Screw second.
Come on back, straight back.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, bud. That's it, come on back. Come on back. Plenty of room. A little bit more. That's it, come on back.
Get things done instantly. The i530 motor will only $29.99 after $50 mail rebate. Nextel from Sprint.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first.
Up and live. Oh, here we go. All right, folks, welcome on back. It's our post-race show, Left Turn Broadcasting, bringing it to you We got NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series just finished up the Talladega race. And we have our race winner up live right here with us. KB Showtime, you got a copy?
Got a copy, Tron.
Heck yeah, my man. What an impressive run you had tonight there, dude. Man, you killed it, bro. You did. You worked that outside line, really negotiating the drop as best you can, trying to find whoever you could, to work with. But that outside line looked really, really good. That 3-car took you guys around that one time. That was a beautiful run. Man, how was it out there? I know that there was some lag, some spike. Give us a breakdown throughout tonight's run for you, bud. That was an awesome run. Congratulations.
Man, I appreciate it. I can't tell you how ecstatic I am right now. There's Natty Light is flowing in victory lane.
Woo!
Flowing
down
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I had a little bit of a lag issue too there early in the race, and I think it calmed down second and third stage. Man, I can't thank my teammates and thank them enough, man. Flash 9, our captain, Lone Wolf Motorsports, and Dale Hudd Jr., man, we all worked together all night long, and once we could get all hooked up, we knew we could be up front.
And that was awesome. So basically, you spent a lot of time, really trying to find your teammates then through tonight's race. It wasn't just a work with whoever came at you.
Yeah, I was still working with whoever I could to get it to the front, but I was looking out for my teammates at the same time.
Okay. Man, I mean, how was the draft? How were those runs? I seen that the bottom line took over in stage 3. More or less, everybody was being patient, trying to basically wear the laps down. Did you find it difficult in that bottom line, of course, with that lag spike and everything else, to keep your pace in place?
Yeah, so for most of the third stage, I was just in save mode, trying to save as much as we could and try to get to where I could only pit and take 1 can of fuel and 2 tires. Saved as much as I could. Ended up taking 1.5 cans. Fortunately, I was at the tail end of the line when everybody started pitting, because I don't know who it was, but somebody came up and decided they didn't want to pit at the last second. I know Duh got caught up in that, and that was a tough break for him because he was tracking for a top 3 as well. Probably would have won the thing.
Yeah, he had a fast pace, dude. He was able to drag you guys around the outside like that. Was really smart, really watching that. So, yeah, it was unfortunate to watch that happen with him.
Yeah, I just got lucky to get through that, and Timac made it through as well in the 24 and hooked onto him, and we just pushed around and came back to the pits the next time.
Now, let's bring it back to the pits just for a moment. When it comes to the diving into pit lane, did you find it advantageous to have guys that were coming in before you, so that way you can judge their speed? I was kind of bringing a lot of that up tonight, on how you can really gain if you can outbrake people, but at the same time, that does set you up for that critical error of speeding. So was that part of some of your strategy tonight as well?
Yeah, we really wanted to pit, not really by ourselves, but not with the majority of people, because it gets crazy down there on that apron. As much as I've ran Talladega in public lobbies, because it's one after another over there. I've just figured out the breaking point, so where I know I need to be off the gas at a certain point, and just try to stay away from everybody and try not to get bumped or knocked into the wall or mess somebody else up as well.
Yeah, well, and you did that properly. You did that, and you orchestrated your whole program tonight beautifully by bringing this thing home in that P1, dude. Such an awesome job you did tonight. What was the slider you did? Come on, questions of it, dude. Come on, bring it in. Bring it in. Let's go. What slider did you select? And of course, let's go over, just your quick adjustments you made to make that car so dang fast.
Yeah, so normally I'd run it a little looser, but I wanted to definitely play it a little safer, because I had a little tire issue at Daytona, which I know it's a completely different track, but I wanted to learn from a mistake there. But I ended up just going in the middle, balanced. Okay. My tires were wearing right on the right sides. Get the air pressures up, get the roll speed going, and stay in the draft and hook the bottom on at the front.
so sometimes a just send it mission there, folks, and let it fly can work. How about that, man? Nice, nice. Good job. Good job. So great selection on there. And of course, yeah, on some of your pit, what was your best adjustment you think you made?
Really just a little bit of tape and some air. Never really messed with the wedge at all.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, car was pretty good throughout. I don't know if adjustments. I mean, obviously getting the air up a little bit, but just staying in the draft is just the biggest thing at these super speedways. Not getting lost out of the draft, and I don't know how much better or worse you could make the car. I've never really made a lot of adjustments on super speedways.
Nice.
Other than tape and air.
Wow. So some critical and some basic information right here for all you other drivers out there who are running the sliders and whatnot. Yeah, it's valuable stuff right there. Really appreciate that. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. But yeah, man, hey, congratulations to you on your win tonight. Anybody you'd like to give a quick shout out to before we let you out of here?
Yeah, man, I want to give a shout out to my Aunt Kim and my mom for watching. My dad's probably checking over her shoulder, pretending not to watch.
Oh, family support's always the greatest, man. I'm telling you. My family, too, they try not to, even associate with me on this one. They're like, yeah, that crazy guy in the booth. No, we're not related to him. Are you kidding me? No.
Yeah, and I definitely want to thank my teammates Flash 9 and Duh Jr. For all the push and help and working together.
Man, that's awesome. Well, LTB, thanks your family most definitely for tuning in tonight and viewing tonight's race and for all the support. And, of course, awesome right there for your team to really play their role into helping you get that win tonight as well, putting you in that position. So congratulations to KB Showtime in the now 37 machine. All right, no longer the 42. And you see, yeah, getting it done. So great job to KB Showtime, my man. Congratulations, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. See you next week, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's bring up old Flash right here. Flash 9, you got a copy?
What's up, Tron?
Yo, my man. Dude. So you out there doing your stuff. Okay, so literally, you never disappoint me ever. I mean, you're out there running, you're in the back, and I'm always spotting your car out because I know you. All right, you like to come to the field, and you're kind of making a little presence known type of thing. So if I can spot you out early enough in your run, man, you give us quite the show. And you did tonight. You jumped to the outside a few different times, pushed that that line around. I mean, you brought a lot of cars up to the front, but you were stuck in that secondary pack on the beginning of the race. And then kind of run us down from what happened in the beginning of the race. I mean, it was some mad loud spike was what I heard or whatnot. But we had two solid separate packs, and you were in that secondary one.
We started second. I had DHJ starting third, so we were both up there right away. KB started near the back, but we're just trying to get hooked up as soon as we could. There was a lot of lag issues. For some reason, I feel like it's the track on the game because only time I ever lag, is running Talladega. I've noticed recently, and there's some guys that were lagging tonight. I had never seen lag before either, so not really sure what the issue was. We had no issues at Richmond earlier tonight, but despite all the lag, I felt like a lot of the guys did a great job of driving, either recovering from it or trying to avoid it, which, you had to make sure you had space between the guy in front and the guy behind you there for a while just to take care of each other, but still had some great racing going on.
Sure did, especially on that outside. You guys were able to get that thing up and going, and I believe it was a 3 car that stayed out long enough for basically a lot of the front cars to clear on that one really good outside run you guys did. But it was an exciting race. It kind of followed along in traditions when it comes to our third, our third stage, getting on the bottom. A lot of that winding down the race until that last pit stop and strategy move right there. And I saw that's another thing is too. Let's go over that. But on those pit strategies, we've seen a lot of that dive move. Now, you stayed out, right? And you came in and found on the second run of pit.
Yeah. So where we were positioned at, I think the three teammates, we were lined up. I think 3, 4, 5 or something like that. And at one point, I had gotten shuffled back right before they had started, and I don't know what really happened with the 96. It looked like he maybe got loose jumping on the brakes and got back up onto the track there. And it involved the 3, which we had him in a great spot to go for the win. And then I think like 6 of us had stayed out another lap, which we were trying to work our way to maybe taking as less fuel as we possibly could. But I think a lot of people either had to take 4 tires or they sped, because once we got back on track, it was KB, me, and Shadow. And I think Marley was just behind our draft at the time. So it was like 5 cars.
I took 2.
So yeah, we took 2 tires and in and out as fast as we could and got going. And Shadow ran a great race. No offense to him. I was, just trying to get that 37 to victory lane, and we had him a little outnumbered 2-1 there, and tried to get us hooked up, and just tried to make sure that we kept him behind. And I'm pumped for that 37, man. We're gonna make our way over to a Kroger store and buy all the Natty Light, and we're gonna drench them with it.
Perfect. Oh man, get some footage of that too, if you don't mind. I appreciate that. That's gonna be great, dude. Seriously, yeah, he's did a great job, man. Showtime's really been coming around a lot, and when it comes to his presence in the booth in general and his racing on track we're definitely seeing something in the making over there, and we can see have a lot to positive with the team. Y'all working together and really finding that speed, finding that talent, finding these lines and whatnot. So great run for you tonight, though, bud. Seriously, bringing home that and you were up in that top 5 more or less throughout the entire race, bringing it, doing the elevator, bud. Come up, drop back, come up, drop back, up, down, I mean, but you just timing it at the end, of course, like you said, with the strategies, that was great. So, of course, let's go with your, what do you on your slider, bud? Which one did you go with? Come on, give us a
So right middle. So the one thing I would like to shout out tonight is between the 3 of us, we all got teamed up together, and they both come into the chat, before each race, and they're asking me, the 100 questions that they need to ask, to make sure that they're prepared. And we're clicking off a lot of top 5s between the 3 of us, and Longshot did a great job for us and as well. So just a lot of teachable moments throughout like a race, and I feel like that's where we're really shining and learning together, and it's nice to really pass on any knowledge that really helps them become better drivers. And we stuck together with the same adjustments. It was more or less just trying to get the left side air pressures up as high as you could so they weren't wearing as bad, so you could set yourself up for the last stage, and try to get that tape to a comfortable temperature so you're not getting it too high, and that's about all we had to do.
Wow, keep the program simple and let the driving just do the work, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Nice, bud. So that's smart, and that's great though too, because you're teaching, some of the your other teammates right there, a lot when it comes to a lot of this is just your driving, your line style, and your entries, your exits. So you're learning more of the schematics of racing than more or less than having to focus on the car and the setup. So man, that's great, dude. You guys are really getting some amazing stuff done on track this season, and I can't wait to see more of it.
I appreciate it, Tron.
Pleasure's mine, bud. Great to have you in the booth once again. like normal. But man, this is great, dude. Seriously, I mean, and it's showing it. So you're really showing a lot to these new drivers coming into play here. That it's just about that practice and understanding and getting the right knowledge out. So, but dude, congratulations to you on your second place finish. Man, really stoked for you, bud. Bring it home again.
All right, thanks, man. Hopefully, we'll do some more talking on Sunday.
Oh, I would only imagine so, bud, because you got your work cut out for you, and that's a big one. That's a big one, bud. So good luck to you on Sunday. Whew. Really,
all right, thank you.
Good luck to you on Sunday.
I'll be right.
All right, my
Hey,
man.
John, this is Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime. Bring it.
Hey, man, I swore if I ever got the chance to get interviewed again, I'd thank the guy. But I want to give a big thanks to Timac for giving me a shot in his league. Basically sight unseen, and just wanted to put it on record.
No, man, no, actually, yeah, bring that up because that's perfect. That's good timing right there. As we're getting ready to get over to the third place thing, we go to Timac at the end, so he jumps in here to hear all that. So that was, definitely a good spot out there.
Appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. My pleasure. Yeah, Timac putting on one heck of a league for a very, very long time. Good shout out there. Let's get Shadow up on this thing. Shadow, you got a copy?
What's up?
Yo, my man, you are, dude, up in the top 3. What the heck? And in the booth, my man. How about you, bro? Seriously, bringing it at the end. I mean, I thought you were Reckons there for a second because you went high to the outside, like high. And I don't know if you got wall out there or nothing, but you drove it, dude. You drove it in there as best you could, dude. But what a race for you tonight. Finding yourself, again, the same thing. Up, down throughout the field. I mean, give us a rundown on what happened, stage 1, stage 2, and give us a little something on your pit strategy.
Well, we started dang near in last place, so had to be somewhat patient from the beginning, but slowly picked our way through the field, and when the lag happened, we missed that wreck, so got lucky there. And the pit strategy is, pretty much just followed everyone else. So we didn't lose the draft. That's literally what it comes down to. And found ourselves near the front at the end.
Okay, yeah. Now there was a couple different strategies that I seen you went into pits with one group, and I guess there was a lot of black flags or something. You came out with the second group type of thing. Well, not came out, but you end up racing with the second group that came into play. Which was very interesting too. I was there to see that all unfold in front of us, where we had a group of cars come out who stayed out a couple laps later, and then the first group, and then you guys all intermixing together due to some of the black flags, things of that nature. Now on your pit strategy and coming into pits, man, did you have yourself a good mark that you had set? Or, were you kind of floating it where you're judging yourself on your surroundings and what was going to happen, on who was braking, who was doing this?
I usually start feathering the brake once we get off turn 4 and peel off, just so don't have to mash it and risk spinning the car out, because I've done that before and ruined a few races. So, just slowly get the car slowed down and kind of also judge it around the cars around you a little bit. This usually works for me.
Okay, nice. So, give you all these points and hints and tips and tricks out. Yeah, it can really help out some other drivers also in this whole deal. But man, you were able to work the pack. How was the draft, dude? How was the draft for you at least? Was it pretty hot out there, or did you find yourself struggling at times and really needing to focus on a run and time it out properly?
Draft is really strong, so staying in line was no problem, but timing the runs, that was pretty tricky, especially when everyone's lined up on the bottom and trying to get forward. If you don't time it perfectly, you're going to the back. So,
which we
pretty much all about the timing.
Yeah. Which we've seen a lot of that.
Yeah.
We've seen, and that's where there's that next question. So in that timing, all right, in that run, it's like that go no go situation. Do you abort or not? And you're in that run and you're going with it, dude. There's some times that you're thinking, I need to abort, but you went anyways, or you aborted and you thought that I should have went. I might have been able to gain more.
Yeah, I was in that situation a few times. Like, there's a few spots where I had a big run, took it, and went nowhere. Then decided not to take the run. Then the outside lane comes out of nowhere and flies by.
So no matter what, I mean, it is
Yeah.
true, and it's unsaid. That's what that when it comes to Talladega, it is a crapshoot. As long as you keep your car in one piece, stay in that lead draft, it's just about making sure you're there at the end.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it's about. You gotta make sure your car's there at the end, and you'll have a shot at it. So.
Yep. But keeping that car in control, working the lines like you're doing, that's what makes it breaks it right there, bud. And you broke into the top 3 and made it into the podium. Congratulations, my man. Bringing it home in that P3. My man Shadow, rocking that Sunny D17.
Yeah, thank you.
You got it. Anybody want to give a quick shout out to before we let you out of here?
Yeah, Bowman Nation 88 and Timac worked great with both of them most of the race, but lost them in the last pit cycle and had no help coming to the end, which is, yeah. Once those two teammates got hooked up, I knew I'd be hard to beat them. So I had one.
Yep.
Had to try, though, coming to the line. Had to try.
Hey, you have to, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen, man. You got to go for the sin, dude. That when it comes to coming to the line, all right, I got that good spotter and I got the bad spotter sitting on the other shoulder, okay? That bad spotter literally reaches over and smacks the good spotter right off my shoulder, dude. Yeah. And he's like, I got you, dude. Let's go. You know, and you're like, I don't know if this is good. I know it's a bad idea. Let's go! You know, oh, yeah, I get you. Coming across the line, all that excitement. Yeah, good stuff there, bud. But seriously, put on the good show. Yeah. Did an impressive work tonight, you know, holding your car, you know, straight and true, and getting it done and putting yourself in position at the end to get home that third place.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I put on a pretty good show coming to the line, high, low, back to the top, but it didn't work, so.
No matter. You did it. Yeah. Did at the end. You got yourself a great finish at the end and points, so congratulations.
Definitely. Man. Thanks, man.
You got it. And next week, dude, bring it back, all right?
I plan on it.
There you go. Like where your head's at. All right. Let's go ahead and bring up. Go ahead and get our man here, Timac. Timac, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Timac right here, CEO of NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. Heck of a job you do over there, first off. And what a nice race tonight, dude. It was a lot of fun. Even with some of the adversities that we were seeing throughout, which is way outside of your guys' control. Everyone still conducted themselves professionally and handled things accordingly. So what a great run to NOSSCAR tonight. Got some really good, exciting runs out there. How was it for you real quick, bud?
It was awesome. Yeah, there was 22 of us out there. We for the most part, we had long green flag runs, 2 on-track yellows, and that was really it. It was Shadow hit the nail right on the head. It was a lot about timing and making those moves at the right times. The outside line was strong if the lead car made the move at the right time and if he had enough drivers going with them. So if he didn't, they stalled out and lost a number of positions and had to claw their way back. So it was a bit of a game of cat and mouse. It was a high-speed chess match, and it was all about who was making those runs at the right time. And, shout out to KB Showtime. That's his first career NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series win. Just recently joined with Lone Wolf Motorsports at the start of the year and now driving the 37. And shout out to everybody else as well. Everybody did a great job in this race. We saw a lot of different leaders, and we saw Ayrton James and PC Panther and D. Franklin, a number of different drivers that you don't normally see lead laps in these Platinum Cup races, go on up there and lead some laps. So overall, I thought it was a great show, and I think everybody did conduct themselves professionally. As you mentioned, there was a couple of lag spikes here and there by cars that don't normally ever have lag issues. So everyone just kind of lifted a bit, gave themselves a bit of a safe distance in between themselves and that car in front of them and just played it safe. And I think everyone did a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, like you just mentioned, for the shout outs for those stage 1 wins or stage 2 wins, you know, Franklin got that stage win. And I know I mentioned it earlier, but I crossed my mind on who was that second stage winner. Was that?
Yeah, and that was Ayrton James, number 48.
That's it. I know I mentioned it. Just want to make sure we reiterate that those guys were doing a very great job throughout tonight's race, and got those stage wins. So yeah, there you go, bud.
Yes, sir. We also have Bowman Nation in here right now. He finished in 6th at the end of the race. It's his home track. I believe it's his home track.
Oh, all right. Bowman Nation, got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Man, give us a quick shout out about your night tonight, bud. Being your home track and all.
Well, you see, we were there. We made some three wide moves. Very, very fast race car. Can't thank Timac enough for all this deal. You guys putting on a great show for our fans and all that. That way they can watch us. We had a speeding penalty in the first stage. We tried to gamble on some track position, and that didn't go so well. But we came back, and we were making moves. We got the high side to work. Basically, it was just all about the draft and the timing of the runs that you'd get, and we timed some of them out perfect. Some of them didn't work. But I had Timac behind me the whole time in shadow. Flash 9 and them, we worked up on the high side for a little bit. Marley was fast. Man, we were up there. We were rolling, and that's for sure. But we come so close every time we come here to these restrictor plate races, and it's coming soon for us. That's for sure.
And that's what you need to do. Just keep sticking it out, and putting your car there in those positions to be up in that top 10. I mean, that is it. That's the striking point right there. That is the striking zone for that win. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times and there's ways that some people can do it from the back, and they find that amazing Earnhardt run, and they come flying through the field and they win it. But more or less, your
and that's what I
strikes.
also think.
Yeah.
And that's what I also think that makes me a good restrictor plate racer. I watch a lot of film before any race that we do at a restrictor plate, and I just study, take notes, and that's what even Tyler thinks I am as a good restrictor plate racer, and we put it together tonight. That's for sure.
Nice, bro. You did bringing it home, man, in that 6th position right there. Great work getting done. And again, I know we give you some shout outs tonight as well, as you're making some pretty awesome moves there and putting on the show for your fans, dude. So great job for you, bringing it into that 6th spot, dude.
Yeah, we ran a slider of I think it was an 8. That's what we ran, and we adjusted on the car just a little bit.
What was your adjustment? What was your best adjustment, at least?
We just touched on the wedge just a little bit, probably 2 clicks, and we were there.
Okay, so what we've heard tonight, fans, so far is tape, tires, and now wedge. So the few other drivers weren't touching anything but tape and tires. So you have a wedge here adjustment, and was that to loosen or tighten her up that you needed?
We loosened her up a little bit. It was tight into the corners, and I was sliding up the track a little bit, so we loosened it up, and we were there.
Wait, and you said your slider was a...
It was an 8.
An 8, wow. And he loosened it up. Wow, okay. That's crazy. That's impressive, is what that is. So, again, you were 5s and 5s. You got an 8 right here, and he loosened it. So, good. Whatever works. I mean, a lot of people's wheels are set up differently. Their calibers, it's in their style of racing. Everything's set up.
That's just all on controller, man.
Oh yeah, see, and that's another thing as well. There you go, controller well as well. So that will show you a lot of difference there on as opposed to wheels and
that's what I think. That's what makes all these drivers pick different sliders. Some of them have wheel, and it makes them choose whichever one they want. Some people run controller, and it makes a big player in some of these races. And I think we're getting closer to where we need to start making changes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think you guys did a great job tonight, and like I said, great job, great run, and bring it back again, man.
Oh, we will be there. We're looking forward to all these other races and being fast again.
Nice, copy that, bud. All right,
thank you.
We'll bring it home next week, dude. We'll see it.
Alrighty, thank you.
You got it, bud. All right, Timac, what do you got for us for next week, bud? Give our fans a quick little insight on what we get to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. Next week, we've got Darlington. We've got the Southern 500, one of the crown jewels. They recently just changed it, so the Real Life Cup Series goes there twice a year, but for the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series, we're continuing to only go there once, so it remains one of our 4 crown jewel races. So yeah, we're all really looking forward to it. We got Darlington next week.
Man, Darlington, and that is one of the oldest tracks in the circuit, too. So what history the lady in black has, and if those walls could talk type of thing, right? Yeah, that's gonna be great. And I have some really cool things for Darlington too. I can bring up in the show next week. So but you guys run 2 races. So what's the first race?
Let me see here. First race is Kansas.
All right, so we got Kansas. So that's going to be the the high line. It's the flipped type of a track where the fast line is going to be the high line, and you're going to be passing, going dive bombing on the bottom, and bring it back to the high line. So that's going to be interesting. And then you flip it with the Darlington, very technical, smaller track, aggressive. Oh, how I love how aggressive Darlington is, especially in the
Two very different tracks. Darlington, very little grip, especially once the tires get even just a little bit worn. I guarantee you a lot of drivers are going to have a Darlington stripe before the end of the night.
Oh, 100%. But if they don't, man, they didn't do it right. They weren't driving fast enough. I guarantee you that. All right, that's how that's going to go down. But hey, you're going to be broadcasting that from NOSSCAR for the Kansas, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for all your fans out
that'll
there,
be live.
Okay, so for all you fans out there who are looking to tune in, make sure you tune in over to NOSSCAR, and you'll get that POV view, and of course here my man Tyler over there walking you through that race, and then you'll be able to be dropped right over here to LTB coming into the Darlington. So it should be a lot of fun racing on a Friday. Love it, love it. You know how it goes. But dude, that's a great racing though, and I'm stoked for next week's lineup. So let's bring it to them, yeah. Hope our fans enjoy it.
Absolutely, going for another top 10.
There you go, bud. Yeah, you better bring home that top 10 at least, man. I want to see you back in the podium. All right.
I would love to get back in the podium. I'd love to park it in Victory Lane next week.
Can't wait, dude. Can't wait for next week. So let's go ahead and give a quick thank you, Ty Mac. I appreciate everything for all those boys getting done, putting down a nice show tonight, and I can't wait to see you guys back on track next week.
Thank you very much, as always, for everything you and Mucka and Marley and everybody at Left Turn Broadcasting does. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you Sunday for the FRR finale. Oh,
thank you so much for reminding me, my eyes as I laid out there. That's right, fans. Surprise! Guess what? Timac's going to be joining us for this crazy long race for the season finale for Front Row Racing. Totally spaced me. I don't know how I forgot that one. I didn't. I just didn't want to, mention it. Anyways, dude, that's gonna be sick. It's gonna be so much fun. His exact, into the, and he actually knows what's going on. And then my craziness. Now I'm just like, let's go. This is gonna be great. Okay, so we're also taking bets, and so get your money in the pot. Is how long do you think Timac's gonna be able to survive in the booth with Otron here?
I'd say a couple hours.
Here we go. We got halfway through the race. We got stage 1, stage 2. He'll probably make it to stage 2. All right.
At least, yeah.
We'll find out. It's a long race though, folks. So this is gonna be great. Gonna be stoked. Yeah, great job. Yeah. So definitely stoked on Sunday. So look for Timac to be joining me in the booth. We're gonna be tearing it up. It's gonna be all kinds of fun. Nice.
Can't wait. Thank you, guys.
Yep. You got it, buddy. We'll see you soon, buddy. Oh, yeah. You better bring your earplugs. All right. Fat Fast Marley here. Marley, I want to holler at you for a second. You brought that thing back. You got that thing in the 4th place. We always got to bring up the LTB garage. You've been throwing some good stuff out there for everybody, for all the fans and whatnot. Just want to holler at you. You're still here, right?
I'm still alive. I'm actually waiting on the ambulance to come. I did a lot of cartwheels down the front straightaway.
Yep. That was awesome too, by the way. We got a lot of that's going to be some WD footage right there, but just so you know. I mean,
yeah, I was doing handstands, backflips, all sorts of stuff. We recovered. We came from 2 laps down and finished 4th. So
that's why I really wanted to holler at you. For a minute, not just because you bad fast and stuff, and you do the garage and whatnot, but about that lesson that hopefully you taught some people tonight, or at least brought out the lesson of never quit. You're cartwheeling in the beginning of the race, and you're battling still, and you were still lapped down, staying in front of the leaders, fighting them off at the end. everything you possibly do, and I mean, your contact and whatnot, but you never gave up. And
Yeah, I had 17 seconds of damage, and iRacing, it would have said like resign.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you would have been up in smoke, and you would have like some kind of like counter of like 49 minutes later, and your car will be done. And then if you do get out there, it's gonna blow up in 2 laps anyway. So.
Oh, and the race would have went totally different, but in that first stage, I was able to stay in front of the leaders to where the leaders pushed me. Like I think it was
the station.
Who was it? Who won? No, it was the first stage. Who won that first stage?
That was the. No,
it was a
the
3
car.
No, not the 3 car, but it looked like the 3 car.
It was Franklin.
38 car, yes.
Yep.
By the way, he pushed me and won. He won the stage, but he pushed me. If he didn't push me and they went around me, I would have been 2 laps down and probably wouldn't have came back. But the upside is that at least I was in a Ford. If I was in a Chevy, I probably would have finished like 5 laps down.
Oh my God! No, if you're in a Chevy, you never would have been laps down in the first place, bud.
Right, because Chevys can't even cartwheel.
Yeah. No, they're
not graceful.
They're impenetrable, bro. All right, they're impenetrable. All right, there you go. So that they're like a rock, man. You can't
Hard
bust
trips
them.
over its bow tie.
I ain't wearing a tie today, fool. Ha! Oh man, so
anyways,
lots of fun.
hey,
Yeah.
Thanks to the fans. Thanks to everybody that's been tuning in. Thanks to everybody that just hit up that last setup. That thing is fast. And yeah, all the subscribes and likes and everything. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to appreciate it. All this hard work in the booth and keep on at it.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, it's a group effort here, dude. That's it's not just I'm just the idiot in the booth, dude. But there's a lot behind this thing. You got Marley, you got Maka, you got Quarter. You got your list of guys backing us up, designing this, helping out with this, organized. Just a slew of things. So I'm just the one who has to be in front of you, unfortunately. So I know. I wish y'all would we drawn somebody else to present, huh? Nope. All right. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and get out of here, though, man. What do you say? We've been here for a minute now. But yeah, as Mario said, you really do appreciate everyone tuning in tonight, and hope everyone had a lot of fun. That's what we're here for. Have fun, get something done, right?
Like and subscribe.
All right, folks. Till next time, stay tuned, and we'll see you on Sunday. Can't wait for Sunday.